Hi friends, welcome to Solidworks with Dal. Today we will be designing TV stand 2. Note all dimensions are in inches. Material is 3/4 inch maple and 1/8 of an inch maple for the back. Drawer box material is 1/2 inch and 1/8 of an inch hardboard for the bottom. Drawer slides are shown in this drawing only. Okay, so the overall length of the TV stand 2 is 60 inches shown in the front view. And it's 23 1/4 inches high. Okay, by 15 1/2 inches, okay, wide. All right. I'm going to start at the bottom view here. The bottom of the TV stand has a base, okay, that consists of 7 parts. The first one is a horizontal one at the back here, okay, at 48 inches long, okay, by 3 inches high. Okay, and they're all 3 inches high. Okay, now moving to the front. Okay, there's a 10 1/4 inch long piece here, horizontal one, and a one on the right side too, and they're the same. Then there's 4 vertical pieces. Okay, from looking at it from the bottom view. One on the left side here at 11 1/4 inches long, and there's another one, an inner one, at 14 inches long, and they're the same on the right side. And these 7 pieces or parts make up the base of the TV stand, and they're 3 inches high as mentioned earlier. Okay, so now zooming into the front view, the right side view, and the back view. Okay. At the front view, there's a top panel, okay, that's spaced 6 inches from the middle panel, and the middle panel is spaced 12 inches from the bottom panel. Okay, the top panel, middle panel, and the bottom panel are all 60 inches long, but the difference is the top panel is 15 1/2 inches wide, and the middle panel and the bottom panel are 14 3/4 inches wide. Okay, there's 2 vertical pieces here, panels that's supporting the top panel, and they are 6 inches tall, okay, 24 inches apart, and 14 1/2 and 3/4 inches wide. Likewise, there are 4, okay, vertical supports or panels. There's a left panel here at 12 inches tall, right side panel, and looking at the back view, there's an inner left panel and an inner right panel. They're the same, okay, 12 inches tall by 14 3/4 inches wide, and the 2 in the middle here, shown in the back view, are spaced 24 inches apart, okay. Now sticking with the front view, the drawer fronts are 6.688 inches tall, and they're equal, okay. There's a gap of 1/8 of an inch in between them, okay. And the bottom of the bottom drawer, okay, is 25 1/4 inches long, and this angle here on the left side and the right side are 105 degrees, okay. This vertical slanted or angled piece here on the left is the same as the one on the right, and it's 4 inches at the bottom, okay, and 3 inches at the top. Okay, and it stops underneath the bottom of the top panel. Okay, underneath. Now going to the back view. Okay, the drawer box width is 23 inches. Okay, long. And then now moving to the right side view with the right panel and inner right panel removed. Okay. The depth of the drawer box, okay, is 14 inches, and the height is 4 inches shown here and here, okay. And the last part is the back panel. The back panel is 13 inches high by 59 1/2 inches long by 1/8 of an inch thick, okay. So let's get started and design TV stand 2. File, new, part, okay. Save drawing as TV stand 2. I'm going to display style, plain white, systems options at the top here, document properties tab, units, IPS, we are drawing in inches, okay. 3 decimal places for dimensioning, the length. Okay, I'm gonna start sketching on the top plane. Top plane, sketch a center rectangle from the origin, okay, smart dimension, 60 inches. .750, 14 3/4 of an inch. Okay, cancel smart dimensions. We're gonna go to features, extruded boss base. Okay, from sketch plane, direction blind. Thickness of material is 3/4 of an inch. And we're gonna extrude it up. The arrow's showing up. That's what I want. Okay, we'll say okay. Now I'm gonna go and click on my scroll wheel on my mouse to rotate this, push down on it. And we get that rotation arrow and rotate the orientation. So I'm gonna sketch on the bottom plane now. So I'm gonna select it. Okay, the bottom of the bottom panel. Okay. So first I'm gonna draw a center line from this midpoint of the top edge to the midpoint of the bottom edge. Okay, I'm gonna do some mirroring entities later. So first I'm gonna convert this line, okay, the bottom edge. Now I'm gonna offset that line up 3/4 of an inch. All right. Offset again, 11.25, 11 1/4 of an inch from this line up, okay. I'm doing all my horizontal offset lines offset first. Okay, so offset 0.75, 3/4 of an inch, up. Okay, now I'm ready to do the vertical line. So I'm going to go offset entities, 13 inches. Okay, center line to the left. Okay, offset entities again, 6 inches. This left edge inwards. Okay, so offset entities, 3/4 of an inch. All right, enter to repeat the command. Okay. Now I'm ready to do some trimming. Okay, trim entities. I'm going to trim these two lines, okay, this line, these two lines, okay, this line. I'm going to zoom in here, okay. I'm going to trim all the horizontal lines on the right side because we're going to mirror the left lines later, okay. I'm going to trim these two lines, okay, these two lines, and at the bottom, these two lines. Okay, and then I'm going to sketch a line to connect this point to this to complete that contour. And now I'm just going to do some adjustments to the dimensions to make it neater. All right, so now I'm ready to mirror all these left contours to the right side. So I'm going to sketch, I'm going to select all of these, window select it, okay, from the top to the bottom right corner. Entities, mirror entities. So I got my contours, left and right contours. Now I'm ready to extrude. So I'm going to go to features, extruded boss base. Okay, unselect merge result. The distance is 3 inches. Okay, from sketch plane. Okay, that's the bottom surface of the bottom panel. Okay, bottom face. Okay, direction blind. All right. So we're going to select contours here. I'm going to view orientation here, and I want to select it from the bottom view. It's easier for me to work, okay? So I'm gonna go select the vertical lines first. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I'm gonna tilt it, rotate it, so you can see the orientation is going down, the arrow's right. Unselect thin feature here at the, uncheck that box. We want it as solid bodies, okay? Okay, so we got our, everything looks proper. I'm gonna go okay. Now I'm going back to Boss Extrude 2, click on the arrow, select Sketch 2, Extruded Boss Base, and again I'm going to View Orientation, bottom view. Okay, I'm going to select the horizontal contours now. First I'm going to unselect Merge Result. Everything, all the other parameters are correct, 3 inches, blind, sketch plane. Selected contour, I'm going to select this one, and this one. That's 3. And just to make sure it's correct, looks right, I'm going to say, oh, thin feature is selected here. I don't want that. Unselect that. Okay. Now I should have 8 contours, okay, 8 bodies, and it's here in the solid bodies folder on the top left here, okay, as indicated here. We have 8 bodies in there. Okay, trimetric view. Okay, so now I'm going to sketch on the front plane. Okay, I'm going to select it, okay, and then I'm going to show it. I'm going to stretch it up a bit. Okay, I'm going to go to the right side view. Okay, we're going to sketch on the front plane, the middle of the panel. Okay, so trimetric view here, select front plane, sketch. Okay, so I'm going to draw a center line here to here about, okay, vertically up. I'm going to do some offsetting again. So I'm going to go offset entities, add dimensions, 12 inches, okay, from this edge right here, I'm going to zoom in, up, okay, 12 inches, offset entities, 3/4 of an inch, up, offset entities, 6 inches, add dimension, up. Okay, so that's not 6 inches. We're going to change that to 6 inches. Okay. Okay. Bring that back down, zoom in. Okay. Offset entities, 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so we got the mid panel. Now we need the top panel. Up. Okay, 3/4 of an inch. Okay, I'm going to trim entities and trim the right side. All right. Bring these in a bit. I'm going to complete these contours. Okay, I'm going to complete this line. Okay, line. Okay. I'm going to zoom in here. Okay. So now I got my horizontal lines offset. Now I want my vertical line. So I'm going to go offset entities, 12 inches. Okay, from the center line to the left, 12 inches. Okay. And then offset entities, 0.75. Okay, 3/4 of an inch to the left. Okay, I'm going to do some trimming entities, trim entities, trim this 2 line, these 2 lines, these 2 lines, okay? Okay, so I can't trim this line because I don't have something to trim with. So I'm going to convert this line, entities, convert entities, then I'm going to trim these 2 lines, then I'm going to delete that line, okay? Actually, I'm going to undo that. I need that line. So I'm going to trim, okay, so leave that line there, trim this and that, okay? All right. So now I'm going to draw a corner rectangle from that corner down there to that line, that edge. Smart dimension. Okay. 3/4 of an inch. Okay. Okay, looks like we got our contours in. So I'm gonna, on the left side, so I'm gonna mirror this again like I did with the base. So I'm gonna unselect measures out, smart dimension. I'm gonna window select that. I'm gonna go to mirror sketch, mirror entities. Okay, so we did something like the bottom, the base previously. Okay, so now I'm going to, oh, it looks like there's a line here. Okay, I gotta delete that line. I don't need that. Okay, so I did have a line there from initially. Okay, all right. I don't want that double line, that extra line. Okay, so now I'm ready to extrude boss again. So extrude boss base, unselect merge result. Okay, not from the blind. Okay, sketch plane is correct. That's the front plane. Direction 1, instead of blind, I want it from midplane. Okay, from this midplane. Okay, and the distance is 14.750. Okay, 14 3/4 of an inch. All right, selected contours. Let's do select. Okay, so I'm going to select all the vertical panels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and I'm going to go okay. All right, now I'm going back to boss extrude 4, go to sketch 3, extruded boss base, unselect merge result, leave the other sketch plane the same, midplane is correct, 14 3/4 right. Selected contours, I'm going to select this middle panel, okay, extrude it. All right, so we got 15 solid bodies. Okay, going back to sketch 3 again, okay, from boss extrude 4, sketch 3, extruded boss base. Now I'm going to extrude my top panel. So unselect merge result, okay, but these parameters are going to change. So now the dimension is not 14 1/4, we got to add 0.750 to that, 3/4 of an inch. We want it to stick out in the front, okay, by 3/4 of an inch, the thickness of the wood. So it's 15 1/2, not from the midplane, from blind, okay, direction 1 blind now. So this one's different from the other 3, okay. So now I'm going to go to sketch plane from surface face plane. I'm going to rotate the part, okay, so I can sketch from the back, select the back face. So it's from the back face, okay. I didn't select my contour yet, so it's face 1 from the back, okay, selected contours. This one, this contour, the top panel, top one. Okay, so to let you see it from the right side view, we're going from that back edge, okay, highlighted from this one in green. And you can see from the right side view that it's sticking out right here at the top, 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so that's why 15 3/4. Okay, so I'm going to go back to trimetric view, and I'm going to say, okay. So I got 16 solid bodies. I'm going to click on front plane here, okay, and I'm going to hide it because I'm done with it for now. Okay, so we got 16 solid bodies. Now I'm going to sketch in the drawer, okay, the front of the drawer boxes. All right, so I'm going to select this face here, okay, from this face, the bottom panel, sketch, okay, that's my plane. Okay, so let's start sketching this. Okay, I'm going to sketch a center line, okay, from this top, okay, top of the mid panel to the bottom of the bottom panel, to the origin, okay? All right, that's my center line. Okay, so I'm going to go line from the origin to the right, okay, horizontally, to the left, sorry, okay? And I'm going to dimension that line 12.625, 12 and 5/8 of an inch. That's half of 25 1/4, okay, shown in the drawing. Okay, now I'm going to draw an angular line, okay, so I'm going to go a line here, and I'm going to draw it up to that edge of the mid panel. Okay, smart dimension. Okay, from the horizontal there to that line. Okay, 105. Okay, 105 degrees. Okay, now I'm going to draw a line to connect that point to that point, center point. Okay, center line. I'm going to draw another center line from that midpoint of that center line to the left, okay, horizontally. Okay, I'm just going to verify the dimension here. It should be 6 3/4, and it is. Okay, that's halfway. All right. So now I'm going to do an offset entities, 0.0625, 1/16 of an inch. Okay, add dimensions bidirectional. I'm going to select that horizontal center line, click on it, okay, click away, and I got a 16th this way up and a 16th down. That gives me 1/8 of an inch. And according to the drawing, the gaps are 1/8 of an inch, okay? All right. So now I'm going to offset 1/8 of an inch. Okay, 0.125, add dimensions. I don't want bidirectional, I just want it one direction. So I'm going to select this line right here. I'm going to offset it to the left, okay? 1/8 of an inch. Now I'm going to go down here and I'm going to take that line and I'm just going to drag it. Click on it, okay, and drag it down to that edge at the bottom. Okay, and until it shows that intersection, okay, yellow point, and the line is highlighted in orange, and that's where I want to stop. Okay, all right. Let's see if I can do it to the top, if it would let me. It won't. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to select on this bottom edge of the top panel, and I'm going to convert entities, okay, and then I'm going to extend trim entities here, extend entities, extend that line up, okay? Then I'm going to delete that line, okay? All right. So I'm going to draw some more lines, okay? This line is to the left, and then I'm drawing a line at the top from this point to the left, horizontal to that, okay? The edge and the bottom edge, okay? Smart dimension, okay, 4 inches. Smart dimension this, 3 inches. Okay, so cancel smart dimension, draw a line to connect this point to the bottom point here. Okay. Then I'm going to select this line, and I'm going to hold shift, select this line here, or this edge, make it collinear, okay? And our drawing is still undefined. So I'm going to go and do some trimming, trim entities, trim those 3 lines, okay? Power trim, trim that line, trim those lines, trim this line, and then trim that line. Leave the center line, okay? So our drawing is fully defined now. Cancel trim. So I got this piece, the top drawer, the bottom drawer panel, okay? All right. So I'm ready to mirror, okay, to the right side again. So I'm going to window select everything, top left corner to bottom right corner, go to Sketch tab, Mirror Entities. Okay, this time it's asking me for the mirror line, so I'm going to select that center line. Okay, make sure copy. Okay, all right. Okay, and then I'm going to do a smart dimension from that line to that line. Okay, okay. And then from this line to this, just to verify that they're equal. Okay, the drawer front height. Okay, according to the drawing, 6.688. Okay, so now we're ready to extrude again. So I'm going to go to Features, Extruded Boss Base. Okay, trimetric view. Okay, so unselect merge result. The thickness of the panel is 3/4 of an inch. Okay, 0.750 towards us. So okay, so it's going outwards. That's correct. From the sketch plane. Okay, from that face that we selected earlier, the front edge. Okay, and blind 3/4 of an inch, and it looks proper. So I'm going to go OK. Now we got 20 solid bodies. I'm going to look at it from the front view to show you. Okay, so we got our 1/8 gap all around here. Okay, and looking at from the right side view. So that top panel that was overhanging by 3/4 of an inch, 15.5 inches when we extruded it, and we left 3/4 of an inch space. Okay, now we filled it with those solid bodies. Okay, those 4 pieces right here, the top front of the top drawer and the front of the bottom drawer, and then the left angled piece and the right angled piece. Okay. Now we're going to sketch in our drawer boxes. Okay, so I'm going to rotate this around again, pressing down on the scroll wheel. Okay, and to rotate the part. Actually, I'm just going to go to the back view here, view orientation, and go back view. Okay, we're going to sketch on this face. Okay, of the front drawer. Okay, of the drawer front. So I'm going to select this, sketch. Okay, I'm going to zoom in. A corner rectangle from that corner to the bottom right corner, something like that. I'm going to zoom in more. Okay, smart dimension from the bottom edge of the front drawer panel is 1/2 inch. Okay. That line to that inner edge, okay, is 1/2 inch. The spacing for the drawer slides, okay. Okay. Now this line to that inner edge is 1/2 inch as well for the other drawer slide. Okay. Okay, so we got our spacings for our drawer slides. Okay, and now the height of the drawer box itself is 4 inches. Okay, so I'm going to cancel smart dimension now, and I'm going to offset entities, and I'm going to offset 0.5, which is 1/2 inch. Add dimensions, this left line inwards. Okay, and then hit enter. This right line inwards to the left. All right, so we got our drawer box drawn here. We're going to extrude it. Okay, actually we got to put it in the bottom. So I'm going to select corner rectangle. I'm going to sketch a corner rectangle from that top left corner to that bottom one, and I'm going to do some smart dimensioning. From that line to that line is 1/2 inch, 3/8 of an inch. Okay, 3/8 of an inch. From that line to that line, 1/8 of an inch. That's the 1/8 of an inch, 0.125 hardboard for the bottom panel of the drawer box. Okay, from this line to this line or the other line, it's halfway. this a quarter of an inch, 0.250. Okay. And then likewise on the right side here, one more detail, one more dimension from that line to that line, 0.250. Okay, quarter of an inch. All right. Now we're ready to extrude and, okay. So I'm going to cancel Smart Dimension. I'm going to go to Features, Extruded Boss Base. Okay, so I'm looking at it from the back view. Okay, so unselect Merge Result. The distance is 14 inches. Okay, direction 1, blind. From sketch plane, okay, that's the face of that drawer front, the interface. Selected contours, okay. So I'm going to zoom in here. I'm going to select the sides first, okay, the right and left sides. That contour, zoom in. Don't forget to select that little rectangle, okay? Select that, like that, okay. So now I'm going to tilt it by rotating it. Let you see 14 inches from that face towards the back. Everything looks proper. I'm going to go OK. So I got my left and right side of the drawer box in. Now I'm going to the same sketch, Boss Extrude 8, Sketch 5. Okay, I'm going to go Extruded Boss Base again. And then View Orientation. Okay, back. Looking at it from the back. I'm going to do sketch. I'm going to select that. Okay, inside rectangle. I'm going to zoom in here, select the bottom. Okay. Without selecting the left and right side, we already have it, right? So I'm going to select this contour here. Okay. I'm going to click on it, delete it, going back in it. Okay, because I selected the line, I think, okay? So I'm going to select inside. So avoiding that little rectangle this time. Okay, so to show you, tilt it, rotate it. Okay, unselect merge result. The thickness is only 1/2 inch. Okay. So now it's from blind. Okay, yes. Sketch plane. We want it from surface, face, and plane. Okay, and the surface or the face is this one. Okay, the back face. Okay. And it's showing it's extruding out. So we want it to go the opposite direction. So we're going to reverse that arrow by going to direction 1 here. Reverse direction, and it's going inside towards the drawer box. Okay? Sides. Okay, looks right. So I'm going to go OK. So I got 23 separate bodies. Okay, so now I'm going to back to sketch 5 again. I'm going to do an extruded cut. I got to have the cutout, okay, in the drawer front, okay, the left or right side of the drawer box and the back for the bottom panel of the drawer box to sit in. Okay, so I'm going to go extruded cut from features. Okay, I'm going to go view orientation again, back view, and I'm going to select on the contour line this time, not inside the rectangle. I want the whole thing. Okay, so I'm going to hover like pointer right there. Everything is orange pink. Okay, and I'm going to rotate this a bit. The arrow's going in the wrong direction. Okay, so first I'm going to go 14 inches for the distance, and it's cutting in the wrong direction. Okay, we want to reverse that, so we go here, direction 1 blind, reverse direction, cutting into the drawer box panels. Okay, but there's one more thing we have to do. So I'm going to go to the top view to show you. Okay, display style, hidden lines visible. Okay, zoom in here. See, the outline of the cut is yellow. Okay, and it's cutting too much to the back. Okay, as you can see here. Okay, from that plane there, 14 inches. So we want to go from, instead of sketch plane, offset. Okay, 1/4 of an inch. Okay, but it's offsetting more to the back. Okay, going that way. So it's out of the drawer box now. So the back of the drawer box. So we want to go reverse that. So it cuts 1/4 of an inch into the front panel of the drawer. Okay, front. So we're going to reverse it, and as you can see here, it's cutting 1/4 of an inch in. Okay, left and right side is proper, and now it's cutting 1/4 inch into the back panel. Okay, instead of cutting all the way through. Okay, so that's what the offset is for. So I'm gonna tilt this. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna go back to display style here, shade it with edges, just to show. Okay. Then I'm gonna hide this temporarily, the middle panel, to show you the cut into what we just did. Okay, cutting into all 4 panels: the drawer front, the left, right side of the drawer box, and the back of the drawer box. Okay. Okay, so that's what the extruded cut is for. So now I'm going to undo to unhide that middle panel. Okay, so now I'm going back to, again, Boss Extruded 8, Sketch 5, and I'm going to extrude the bottom into that space that I just created with the extruded cut. Extruded Boss base, okay, unselect merge result, leave it at 14 inches, view orientation, back view. That's how I like to work, to select this contour easier. Okay, I'm going to select the outside line, or the line. I'm going to hover over the line to select the contour, okay, the whole contour. Okay, I'm going to tilt it, rotate it, so the arrow's going the right way. Okay, the distance is proper, but we got to change from sketch plane again. Okay, so I'm going to the top view to show you again. Display style, hidden lines visible. It's the same thing with extruded cut. Okay, we got to change from offset, 1/4 inch. Okay, and it's going towards the back, out of the box, so that's incorrect. So we're going to reverse it so that it sits in towards. So this yellow line sits with this line. Okay, bring it back. Okay, it's going up 1/4. We want it to bring it back down 1/4. Okay, so we're going to reverse the offset. So instead of going up 1/4 inch, it's going down into the drawer front. Okay, and then to look at it from the top back, so that fills the back. Okay, it looks proper. Okay, so I'm going to go OK. So display style, shaded with edges again. Okay, hide this panel to show you. Okay, unhide it. I'm going to undo it. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to apply some appearance to this. Okay, first I'm going to select that, Boss Extrude 8, hold Control, Boss Extrude 9, and Boss Extrude, Cut Extrude 1. Okay, and this is going to be appearances here, appearance, okay, organic folder, wood folder, and I'm just going to choose cherry. Okay, cherry for the drawer box panels. Okay, the left, right side, and the back. Double click it. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to choose Boss Extrude 10. Okay, as shown, this is the bottom panel of the drawer box. And instead of going to appearance, I'm just going to go here, edit appearance. Okay. I'm just going to apply color to this. Okay, right here on the left. In the middle, I'm going to go dark brown. Double click that. Okay, just to give it some contrast. Okay, so we have that in there. Okay, so now I'm going to do, while I'm at it, I'm going to the back view. I'm going to do a linear pattern. So go to features, linear pattern, direction. I'm going to zoom in here, choose this edge. It could be this one, or any one, right? Vertical edge. Choose that one. The arrow, okay, arrow's showing down. I want it to go, it's, okay, down is right. Okay, so I want 2 of those, and the distance is 6.0625, so that's 6 1/16 of an inch. Okay, you can see that on the right side of the drawing, okay? Right side view. That dimension, those dimensions add up to that, okay? So I'm gonna select, instead of features, bodies here, and select the back of this drawer box, the left side, the right side, Okay, and I'm gonna select the bottom. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go OK, and going back to the back view just to see, and it looks proper. So it's sitting half inch up from the drawer panel bottom edge. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to trimetric view. I'm gonna sketch the drawer handles. Okay. At the right plane. So I'm gonna select right plane, sketch. Okay. On the right plane. I'm going to display style here, hidden lines visible. Okay, I'm going to zoom in here, and I'm going to draw a center line from that top of the bottom drawer front to the bottom of the, okay, bottom drawer front. Okay, there's my center line, another center line from the midpoint of that vertical center line, outwards, horizontally. All right. Now I'm going to sketch in my handle, so I'm going to go line from the front of the drawer, okay, drawer panel, right there, about there, okay, okay. Okay, something like that. Smart dimension, quarter of an inch, 0.25, 0. Okay. 3/4 of an inch. Okay. 3/8 of an inch. 0.375. Okay. Quarter of an inch. 0.250. Okay. Quarter of an inch. 0.250. Okay, so zoom in here a little bit. This line, 1/16 of an inch, 0.0625. Okay. Okay, our drawing is fully defined. Now I'm going to mirror it. Okay. So I'm going to select, cancel smart dimension, window select. Okay. And then mirror entities. Okay, so we got our contour, the profile of the handle in. So I'm going to go to features, extruded boss base. I'm going to go to trimetric view, turn on display style, shaded with edges. Okay, and I want to unselect merge result. The length of the handle is 5 inches. Okay, it's going to the right from that right plane, okay, the sketch plane. And I want to go direction 1. I want to go midplane, okay? Half this way, half that way, okay, from the sketch plane. Okay, so I'm going to go OK. All right, so I got my handle drawn in. I'm going to select Boss Extrude 11, which is the handle, and I'm going over here to apply an appearance to it. Okay, appearances. I'm not going to organic wood, I'm going to metal now. Okay, and I'm going to go into the metal subfolders, and I'm going to go to iron folder. I'm going to go matte iron, okay? The first one. Double click it. All right. So now I'm just going to go to the front plane, front view, and I'm going to go direct editing, move copy bodies, okay, copy, okay, make sure that's checked. I'm going to select the body, which is the handle, and I'm going to copy it up in the Y direction. So I'm going to go to here, translate, Y, 6.8125, 6 and 13th seconds of an inch. Okay. All right. I'm going to go OK. Okay. Trimetric view. Okay, so I'm going to select that body move copy 1, which is the second handle that we just copied. I'm going to go apply appearance. Okay, double click matte iron. Okay. So we have 31 bodies, okay, and now I'm going to select boss extrude 1. Okay, 8 is where the box was started, so boss extrude 8. So 1 to 7, hold shift, boss extrude 7, okay, and I'm going to apply appearance. Okay, I don't want metal anymore, so I'm closing that folder. Organic, okay, open organic wood, and the general wood folder, I'm going to double click on polish maple 2D. Okay, just to apply the material appearance to that. Okay, as you can see. All right, so now from view orientation, okay, back, the last thing to sketch in is the back. Okay, so I'm going to select this face right here, okay, of the bottom panel, the back face. Okay, sketch. Okay, zoom in. I'm going to sketch a corner rectangle from that top corner, left corner to the bottom right corner here. Okay, escape to cancel the command. Now I'm going to go offset entities. Okay, offset 1/4 of an inch. Okay, add dimensions. I'm going to go down here, construction geometry, and I'm going to click on base geometry. So once I offset that in to get my what I want, then this is going to turn into construction geometry. Okay, so that's why I'm clicking that. So I'm going to select that. Oh, select chain. Select chain. Okay, select that line. It selects everything. Okay, all 4 lines, and it's going outward. So I'm just going to click in or click reverse. Okay, select reverse. Now it's giving me that contour inside. Okay, those 4 lines. I'm going to go OK. All right, so as you can see, the previous contour, the rectangle we initially drew, turned into okay, construction geometry. Okay, by clicking on that base geometry earlier in offset entities. Okay, so I'm going to go to features, extruded boss base. Okay, and I'm going to go to the right side view to show that it's going the right direction. It's from the midplane. Okay, so we want it from blind, 1/8 of an inch. Okay, thick. Okay, and unselect merge result. Okay, unselect it, and the arrow's going outwards. Okay, just to show you. Okay, it's sticking out. Okay, that's proper. So I'm going to go OK. Okay, then I'm going to rotate it. Okay, so it's in back view. Okay, so I'm going to select boss extrude 12 here, which is the back panel. Okay, and I'm going to apply appearance to it, and I'm going to apply the same finish. Okay, so maple, double click that. Okay, to make it look nice. Okay, so trimetric view. Okay, so I'm going to display style. First one, 3-point faded. Over here, view settings, view graphics. Okay. So looking at it from the top view. The front view. Right side view. Trimetric view. Okay. Now I'm just going to rotate the part, the TV stand. Okay. Okay, so back to trimetric view. Okay, so there we have it. We've designed TV stand 2. I hope you like it. If so, give me a like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.